All right, so this is the Skims dress, and I've already featured this on the channel, but I just wanted to hop on really quickly and share some stuff. I keep seeing videos that talk about how luxury fashion is for poor people. I keep seeing that and I keep hearing that, and I don't know if it's just people who can't afford it that like to poo-poo on people who want to treat themselves every now and then, but I have some thoughts on this, right? And as one of my favorite fashion bloggers, vloggers, or historians, she calls herself, says, her name is Jessie, and she said, everything isn't for everybody. So if something isn't for you, then don't buy it. Don't buy it if it's not for you. Don't buy it. I mean, because you're trying to take the fun out of it for everybody, and everybody is their own person and they have a right to buy what they want, share what they want, wear what they want. People are saying, oh, if the logo is on it, you're promoting the brand for free. Whatever the case may be, if someone likes it or loves it, they have a right to wear it. So I have a couple of points. And then we're going to segue into Bethenny and the whole Chanel thing. But the thing for me is that you say luxury is for poor people, but the bottom line is not buying luxury doesn't suddenly mean that you're going to be saving money or not doing something else with it. I was in a supermarket, right? A couple weeks ago, not too long ago, and about this many cherries, like it had to be about 30 cherries, was $9. So the bottom line is this: either you buy something you love, whether it's luxury or not, and you have a right to do that because it's your money and you can do what you want with the money, right? Either you buy something you love, or you give in to the high price of foods, and you eat that food and then you never see it again. In between, I'm going to treat myself. Trust me, I don't care how many people are doing 1 million view videos about luxury and how we should not buy it and how they keep raising the prices. If I love it or like it and want it, I'm going to get it, period. Period. Right? There's this whole quiet luxury trend, right? Meaning you don't know you're wearing luxury, or you don't know they're wearing luxury because it's not emblazoned with labels. Again, people have a right to do what they want. They have a right to do what they want. And nobody should infringe on that, right? Putting people down or, trying to degrade them because they might love Gucci, they might love Louis Vuitton is rude, right? They have a right to luxury, and they have a right to, if they take good care of their luxury, maybe resell it one day. So a lot of people like me look at this as an investment. I'm not the type of person to have thousands of bags. It might be 3 or 4 bags that I really love and want, and that's it, because I'm really not going that many places, right? But the bottom line is this: you don't have a right to infringe on their resale value. Now, there might be people who agree with you because they're like, oh, I'm not paying $500, $600, $1,000 for a bag. And you don't have to. They have all different tiers of bags at different levels that might not be luxury designers, but it's still a cute bag anyway, right? So many people are on this bandwagon. They're beating people down with this. This is what designers are doing. This is what luxury houses are doing. The bottom line, like I said before, and I'm not going to keep repeating myself, so what? Let people wear what they want to wear, do what they want to do, right? Luxury is for people who want it. It's not just for broke people. Stop saying that. You don't know what people have in the bank. You don't know if people are saying, well, let me pay my rent and all my bills out of my first check, and the second check is going to be my play money. And if I want to save some and spend some, I can do that. Period. Point blank. Let's stop. Let's normalize luxury, or normalize the fact that people get to do what they want to do with their money. And if you can't afford it, you shouldn't be offended by it. Either celebrate it or just don't buy it. Period. Period. Let's talk a little bit about Bethenny Frankel. If you haven't heard already, she was like shut out of a private invite only sale type thing at Chanel, right? So she's on social media, TikTok mainly. I don't know. I don't see her anytime on Instagram, but she's talking about how many Chanel bags she owns. And you know Chanel bags are really pricey, starting like $5,000-$6,000, and then the jumbo flat classic bag is even more than that. So she's doing all these funny videos. She's calling Chanel out. Chanel won't respond to her, but her followers are getting seriously entertained by what she's doing. And I'm not sure what's going on with TikTok, because I just heard that they removed her blue check mark from TikTok. So I don't know if TikTok is in cahoots with Chanel, or they think she's just kicking up too much dust, making too much noise, whatever the case may be. Again, she has a right to say what she wants to say, right? Either that or refund her for all the bags that she's purchased, because she's purchased a lot. So she's purchased a lot of bags. She's definitely a fan of the brand. So why treat her like that? Why treat her like that? And people who say that luxury is for poor people might look at that and say, see, they don't even care about you, right? They don't even care about you, and you're still spending money buying this and that and the other thing. The bottom line is she wanted it, she bought it, and she just wants a little recognition from Chanel, because it's just crazy what's going on lately. It's crazy. What else did I want to share? Yeah, let me ask you this. Does anybody remember that Solange dress in the elevator where she was beating up Jay-Z? I want that dress. I need someone to remake me that dress in a pink fabric. So if you know anyone who's a seamstress, who's amazing at it, go ahead and tag them or put their link or something in my comments, because I need that dress. It's screaming birthday dress. So if you know someone, definitely connect me. I want to be a part of that whole I'm trying to remember the name of the guy who made that dress for her. I don't remember, but between that dress, and if you didn't see the dress that Kerry Washington was wearing at the Met Gala, you need to go and find it. You need to go to the Dom Tourage Instagram. I posted it over there. It is lovely. It has like a faux strap action thing going on, and a whole situation where they're like cascading flowers going from the waist around to the back. You do not want to miss this dress. And I'm just like, wow, if I knew someone who was that good, who sewed that well, that dress would be on my list too. That dress would be on my list too. Okay, so I just wanted to hop in really quickly, because that whole thing about poor people and luxury was bothering me for a minute. I don't care what stats you give me. It's almost like eating in a restaurant, right? People are like, wow, you're going to pay, $500 for a meal. Sometimes there are things that you want to do at least once in your lifetime to say that you've done it. There's certain things you want to buy at least once in your lifetime to say you own it, right? And no one else should come trying to infringe on what you're doing and what you're buying. It's annoying to the point, like, if you've ever seen that show Neighbor Wars, where people are just being wonky and cuckoo for no reason. It's giving me cuckoo vibes when people say stuff like that, because luxury is for whoever has the money and wants to fork over the money and forfeit maybe something else to purchase it, right? So if I want to look good for my birthday, if I want to say, okay, I have this cute little Birkin, or, well, I don't want a Birkin. I mean, for me, it's like, it's a bag and there are limits, that's my own personal limits. But my own personal limits can't infringe on somebody who just says, oh, well, I have it, so I'll buy a Birkin. If you can do you. If you can do it, go ahead and do you. But we shouldn't be poo-pooing on people and their lives. We're not robots. We're not all doing the same thing. We don't all want the same thing. We don't all like the same thing. So let's just take a step back and rewind a little bit, right? Because I cover luxury unboxings here on this channel, shopping hauls and that sort of thing. And people who like it come and gravitate. Now, sometimes people are never going to buy the stuff that I'm showing. But if they want to watch, if they want to see it, if they want to become familiar with brands in their minds and what they're creating, they have a right to do that. So let's stop let's stop trying to bully people when it comes to their own money and what they're spending it on, right? Yeah, it's crazy. Crazy. Do what you want, buy what you want, be who you want. You have one life. You have one life. And I love fashion. So, I was thinking the other day too, and I'm going to close out with this. I was thinking the other day too, because I've always loved fashion since I was a little girl. I wanted my clothes to fit really good. I wanted to be cute. I wanted to be pretty. I was always drawn to the lace and flounce and all that kind of stuff. And I'm surprised that it wasn't until now that I decided to start a fashion channel. So I should have had a channel, right? But just other things pulling me in different directions. And now, since I'm freed up a little bit, I said, yeah, let me pour into my channel. So I built this channel for you all, those who are like me, who love fashion, who love shoes, who love all things pink, because there's a lot of pink on this channel if you haven't noticed that yet. But I just want to take a moment and thank each one of you for being here. What are your thoughts on this whole luxury items are for poor people? Because the way things are going, we might soon be paying $10 for a loaf of bread, right? There was a time we were paying almost $12 for a dozen eggs. So money and what you spend it on is subjective. It's what matters to you most. I can skip an egg and save for something else that I want, right? And if you look at Poshmark, you can see a lot of people. I've never bought anything from Poshmark. Have I? I don't know. I think I might have bought a blouse from Poshmark. But people who are buying stuff and they're like, okay, either I don't want it anymore, either I just bought it on an impulse and I'm not wearing it, or just reselling stuff. And sometimes they're selling it as a markup. Case in point, I remember a couple of years ago, maybe 2, there was this Christmas movie with Lindsay Lohan, and she had this red plaid tartan blazer on, right? So when people saw the movie, they started looking for the blazer. I believe the blazer was Rachel Zoe, right? I don't know if she made it in a collaboration or not, but it was a cute blazer, and people were selling it on Poshmark, eBay for like $395, right? And I did my little Dominique search, and I found it at TJ Maxx for $49. So literally, I could have taken a $49 jacket, put it on Poshmark or eBay, and sold it for double 10x what I paid for it. And sometimes it's like that with these handbags and these luxury goods too. If people want it bad enough, if it's a a coveted color, right? People can sell it for a markup and they can make some dough. So not everybody who buys luxury is poor. Sometimes people are reselling. Sometimes people just want it to look pretty in their collection. Sometimes people are using it, but if you keep your stuff in good condition, it has monetary value. So to me, that's a smart man move. That's a rich girl move. That's not a poor person move to buy luxury. That's just my talk, my take on it. You can chime in the comments. I'll be back.